All right, guys. So Arc Raiders has released another patch after the original patch, and that was to correct a few issues with the matriarch that I guess was not spawning correctly or not acting correctly. But in the meantime, we have a community unlock event going on. The game's first four maps have been joined by a fifth called Stella Modis. It's referred to as cold, pristine, and filled with the remnants of humanity's lost ambitions. Stella Montes will presumably be our unforgiving map filled with snow and icy conditions. I think this is what they were talking about in one of the last updates dealing with plans in December. So this might be interesting. This new map requires the community to work together to open, however, meaning it won't be available immediately. The multi-phase community event called Breaking New Ground will begin today at 1:30 a.m. Pacific, 4:30 a.m. Eastern, and ask players to figure out how to open the path to Stellamontis via a tunnel in Speranza. As everyone works towards contributing resources to the tunneled effort, they'll earn a new currency called merits. Well, another currency. And that will help push things to the second phase of the event called Staking Our Claims, which will unleash players into the Stellamontis with all new progression tracks, challenges, and rewards. This portion of the event will last until December. Now, there will be new enemies. The Northline update also includes two new Arc foes, as I mentioned earlier, the Matriarch and the Shredder. The Matriarch is described as a hulking Arc that makes the Queen look friendly by comparison. So you'll want to start getting out your Wolfpack rounds, your Hulk crackers ready. It's a giant enemy. Will only spawn during certain map conditions, similarly to what the Queen's Harvester event. Meanwhile, the Shredder is exclusively available to fight on Stellamontis and is expected to force players into close quarters encounters in the game where even a hit or two can spell disasters. The Shredder sounds terrifying by name alone. I had mentioned that before. I was like, this thing sounds horrible. So there's going to be new rifles, grenades, and mines. The new rifle is called the Aphelion. It joins the fray to adding another energy-based firearm for players to use when tackling the Ark. In addition to the fresh weapons, there's two new grenades. There's a secret grenade, a trailblazer grenade, and three new mines: a pulse mine, deadline mine, and gas mine. New quest. Lastly, players can also continue helping Speranza with a new quest line focused on Stellamontis and the resources and dangers there that await. We'll be updating our full Arc quest list with these as we dive into the beginning and taking on the Arc Stella and Stellamontis. There's also more on the way. In December, the Northline update is just the beginning of a long road ahead, and Raiders enjoying their time in Arc Raiders. Embark Studios has already teased what to expect in the new major updates, saying that the Northline is just the beginning of Arc Raiders post-launch roadmap. The new update, Cold Snap, arrives in December, introducing the Flickering Flames event, new snowfall map conditions, the awaited Expedition, Project Raiders Reset, and more. So this sounds like it's going to be really in-depth. Sounds like it's a beginning of a whole new door. We're opening a whole new door into Arc Raiders with new enemies, new weapons, new mines, new things to actually go out and raid, finding new objects. It just sounds like this thing's going to continue going on and on and on and growing and getting bigger. I like the fact that we're not fighting small enemies, we're fighting colossal enemies. It's going to be a lot of fun. Along with that, the previous update that was released earlier this morning, let's see, main things on it: the Stellamontis, the Matriarch, the Shredder, community unlock event, which we're doing. There were some patch highlights that were thrown out there. A lot of the desync problems have been taken care of. A lot of the issues where you would fall through the through the actual terrain has been taken care of. There's also they fixed various achievements that were not working correctly as far as like quest goes and achievements. So, like, say for instance, destroying the queen, you get a quest completed for that or achievement. That wasn't happening. You will not have to go through a long quest step to redo these. It may just be one part of that quest just to get the reward. There's also a reduced delay between shooting at arc and seeing the impact effects on targets. They fixed various locations where players, as I said, would fall through to the terrain. Now, they did increase the cost and readjust the crafting requirements for some of the weapons, such as Wolfpack. It used to cost $3,000, now it's $5,000. Crafting before cost 2 refined explosives, now it's 2 sensors. Now it's 3 refined explosives and 2 arc motion cores. The arc motion cores and arc circuitry, that has also been changed. Before you needed a refiner level 3, now you need a refiner level 2. Crafting before was 6 arc alloys, now it's a requirement of 8. Launcher ammo went from 100 to 200 coin. Crafting also, as you see, it's changed too, from 5 metal parts, 1 crude explosive, now to 4 metal parts and 1 refined explosive. Spotter relay has gone from 5,000 to 2,000 coins. Security lockers were over providing valuable items and has been adjusted. XP has also been reduced. XP per damage from 3 to 2 for the Bastion, Bombardier, Rocketeer, and Leaper. We also did a reduced XP for looting arc parts. Bastion from 500 to 250, Bombardier from 500 to 300. They also increased the XP for looting the arc parts. Rocketeer thrusters went from 200 to 500. Leaper legs went from 200 to 500 as well. Let's see, the animations, they fixed issues where weapons were automatically slung when throwing grenades, and fixed an issue where the weapons were sometimes hidden when using deployables. They improved the camera behavior to prevent clipping through walls and objects while jumping. The arc fireball enemies will no longer get stuck on security gates and will pursue the players accordingly. They fixed a bug where the surveyor's fleeing behavior could move it out of playable areas. They also fixed a bug which caused some enemies to take more fire damage than intended. They also adjusted some of the audio effects there, as you can see, as far as like sounds when you're wearing a helmet, or if Scrappy's wearing a helmet cosmetic. They changed some sound qualities there. Let's see. As mentioned, it's the dam and buried cities where you could fall through some of the terrain. They also fixed issues where some players would get stuck in the subway station in the buried city, and also the dam where you could get stuck. Spaceport, people were actually getting locked inside of the launch tower control room, I believe it was. No, I'm sorry, that's in Bluegate. The control room in Bluegate. And it was pretty interesting. Some really cool YouTube videos came out where you had a group of people go in and one guy locks everybody in the room and says, hey, you're going to battle it out. Whoever's last standing will split all of the loot and I'll let you out. In the meantime, what else did they do? Miscellaneous, reduced character movement, latency, reduced delay between shooting and an arc to see an impact, as I mentioned before. Interacting with probes, husks, raiders, cache, etc. now counts towards looting containers objectives. Fix the issue where you cannot loot or knock out a down but not out player on a steep slope. And also field crafting selections now stay on the same item after crafting. Vaulting is now smoother, and the list goes on and on. As you see, as I scroll, there is quite a lot. They also, one things with weapons that we all like to talk about is fix an issue where firing while standing close to walls could cause bullets to veer sideways instead of following the crosshairs. And they adjusted some of the quest, and such as the Greasing Her Palm quest and the spaceport now includes more thrusters, and that will complete the objective. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I know somebody requested that I put some of the writing up on the screen. I just did this real quick on my phone just to give you guys a nice rundown. This is a video article from GameSpot, and it is from Billy Gibbons. Got to give him credit for writing this up. And it was not my own writing, not my own words. So just reading it to you guys as fast and as well as I could to give y'all the best update possible. In the meantime, hit a like and subscribe. Let's keep raiding. Let's have some fun. And let's keep PvP real, guys. All right. Take care.